Hey, thanks so much for finding the video. Do us a favor. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. Be sure to leave your comments. We love to interact. Enjoy the video. Let me start with an obvious one. We had Mikhail on about 45 minutes ago, and I'll ask you the same thing to start. How did you come to the decision?
Man, I came to the decision mainly because, the opportunities Coach Johnson's given me and the new coaching staff and everybody's fired up to, kind of get this thing back on track. And it makes it a lot easier to not want to leave.
I would imagine part of that opportunity has to include the potential of a role change. Did you all talk about you moving into the starting rotation or having the opportunity to move into a starting rotation?
Yeah, no doubt. I've definitely been looking forward to that. And I think that I've, pitched in many different roles, and I think that it can be extended a little bit if I go through the fall and practice as a starter. I think that's definitely going to be in play.
Can we elaborate a little bit? Because I think sometimes, Devin, as a fan, we might be confused about how, because we see the product on the field and might be confused about how all that goes. Now, I'm certain you were a starter in high school, right?
Yeah, I was.
Okay. So, obviously, if you're throwing low mid 90s and you got sink, you're going to be really hard for high schoolers to get hit. Of course, you're going to pitch and be a starter. So you come to LSU. How does the process go that you work into becoming a back of the bullpen guy? How did that process go for you?
Well, it started off just as coming in as a freshman, not knowing, how much time I'm going to get in the games. There's a lot of older guys, and kind of just waiting my turn and waiting for coach to give me the ball and let me showcase, what I had. And so that's what I did. Whenever he would give me the ball, whether it be in a pressure situation or a game that maybe we were losing and I just needed to get some work in. But I just eventually got to the point where I was feeling pretty comfortable and confident, and I was able to throw pretty well for the most part in those tough environments. So it just came to the point where we had Todd Peterson, Zach Hess, a couple years back that would throw at the end of the game. So I had to.
Sorry, we play the time. Sorry, good. Go ahead.
No, I had to figure out a way to take that role from those guys once they were left and went to pro ball. So that's what I kind of want to do. That's what coach kind of lined up for me to do. So I was happy to do it, and the starting thing kind of just went out the window, and I never really did throw a changeup or anything or a third pitch in games. So now I think I can shift my focus and start preparing to throw a third and fourth pitch with the ball, and that'll help me when it comes to the spring being extended.
So you never, since you've been at LSU, you never really pursued the opportunity to be a starter.
Right.
Okay.
I had a few spots here and there whenever maybe we were low on arms and someone needed to step up, and we had 5 or 6 games in a week, and I just I can do it, so I'd get in there and give it my best, and it went well a couple of times, but that I have to do it.
Hey, Devin, I'm sorry, man. Do you still have me? I lost you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, there you are. Sorry. I don't know. It sounded like maybe we lost you there for a second.
Sorry about that.
No, all good, man. So, so you were saying that you'd kind of gone through that opportunity. How does your conditioning work if you're going to prepare to be a starter as opposed to a guy that's going like max effort for 6 outs or so?
I think it's about the same. Honestly, in my mind, whenever you go in to start, you kind of just have to give it your all, just like you do come in for 3 or 6 outs and just go one inning at a time. But every time you go out there, you can't hold back. You obviously have to throw every pitch with the conviction and the intent to get those hitters out, because you can't just baby the ball knowing that you need to go 5, 6, 7 innings.
Devin Fontenot's with us. What were your? I haven't asked you this yet. Since we last spoke, I mean, you've got a new head coach. So, what were your conversations like, and what have been your impressions of Jay Johnson?
Coach Jay, obviously he's really good at developing relationships with the people around Baton Rouge and around like his programs that he coaches. But that's one of the things that stuck out to me is like he really wanted to get to know each and every one of us and get to know what we'd like to get better at as individuals and as a team, and kind of how we're going to do that. And he kind of lets us pick his brain a little bit, and he picks our brain about the process we're going to go through to get this thing back on track. And like I said, he gave me the opportunity to come back and try to become a starter, and that's what I'm going to do.
What about Jason Kelly, your new pitching coach? I'm assuming you've talked as well. So what have been your impressions of Coach Kelly?
Yeah, Coach Kelly's also a great guy. I've had a couple conversations with him. Very, very hardworking, and he's going to have us doing some stuff that maybe we weren't used to doing, and just kind of tweak a few things. And I think that the throwing program and the type of bullpen work and analytics and stuff like that we do, that we're going to do this fall, it's gonna help our development a lot.
A couple more minutes. Devin Fontenot is our guest. When you were talking earlier, I'm sorry, that was kind of when your phone was breaking up a little bit, but you were mentioning like you never threw a changeup. Are you confident throwing a third pitch as a starter? Is it something you feel like you have to work on?
Well, I've always practiced my third pitch, like in practice, and sometimes whenever I get called into a game or in the bullpen, whenever I'm warming up to go in the game, I'm throwing my third pitch, and I'm getting warm, getting loose, throwing that third pitch. But when I go in the game, most of the time in the past, it's just not been a pitch that I would use in the game. But I know how to throw a changeup, and I know how to throw a third pitch, but it's just going to be something that I have to implement in games.
Why wouldn't you throw it in the game?
I don't know, man. It just wasn't part of the thing that me and the staff in the past was trying to do, and I bought into that, and I just did whatever they wanted me to do, and I think that now that I'm getting this opportunity, those things can change a little bit.
Got it. What are your plans for the summer? I don't assume you're pitching in a summer league, so what are you doing this summer?
Right now I'm in Texas. I'm just hanging out with my family. The draft just ended, and I think I'm going to try to head back to Baton Rouge within a week or so, and get back to working out and get on my throwing program again, and start preparing for the fall. Like I said, I'm already preparing, and I know what I need to do to help this team get back to where we need to be. So I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, before you go, what was the last 3 days, the draft process like for you? Were you watching it? Did you field calls? How did the whole thing go?
Man, yeah, I was watching it. I was interested to see, where, some of my teammates are going, and also, some of the guys around the league that I've watched, do pretty great things. But, overall, I think that a lot of people had the idea that, Devin likes LSU, and Devin's going to go back to LSU if we don't give him what he wants. So I think that, having this opportunity to become a starter and going back to LSU, it's kind of going to help me get to the point where I want to be in my pitchability and stuff like that. So I think that the scouts realize that maybe one more year of doing that will allow me to really fulfill my potential at the college level.
Well, I think there's a lot of LSU fans that are pretty excited about the decision you made, man. Congrats. Enjoy the rest of the summer. We'll catch up, I'm sure, when you get back to Baton Rouge.
All right. Thanks, man.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.